So the inscription for Michael reads, the Irish American Business Chamber of Commerce and Networks Uachtarán Award, presented to Msgr Michael Doyle by the Consul General of Ireland, 26 February 2016, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Uachtarán means great leader. It comes from the notion of cream. Uachtar is cream, the idea of the best rises to the top. I think the best in Ireland has risen to the top.
My heart is full and spilling over with gratitude that I would be honoured by this illustrious Irish-American group. And Uachtarán is a beautiful word, it means president, and our Uachtarán is Michael D. Higgins, and he lives in the Phoenix Park in Dublin. And at the entrance of the Phoenix Park, there's a restaurant and a bar. And it's called the Hole in the Wall, because many years ago, when there was military guards, or I don't know what particular job they had, but anyway, the publican broke a hole in the wall, and the soldier could go up and put their hand in and come back with a bottle of Guinness. And the restaurant there today is called the Hole in the Wall. And it's a great restaurant, and I was often there. And the president, as I say, President Higgins, he lives there in what they call Áras an Uachtarán. That's another big Irish statement for you. But I just want to teach you, every one of you, 3 words of Irish, and you know them, but you don't know they're as Irish as they are. And the word balla in Irish means a house, and the word more means big. If you say of the house, the whole word changes and it becomes, it's the nominative case of it is chalk. But you say of the house, it is tea. So if you're able to say Ballia, tea, more, or Baltimore, you know, 3 words. So be impressed with yourself. You know 3 words from the Gaelic language, which I love the language. And so anyway, I'm so very, very happy to be here. I don't deserve the honours, but like words don't resist people when they start saying them. Another word I wanted to teach you was the word, what it means, the word Kevin. And the word Kevin, there's our great man, you should talk to your mother about her if she's with us, but the word Kevin means sweetly conceived. Sweetly conceived. Imagine that. Quite lovely. Quite lovely. It is. And those who wrote this stuff, they exaggerate beautifully. They do. So I'm grateful to be here and grateful that the people of Camden will be acknowledged and that they would be, I always say that the big thing we must do is honour the poor. Anyone can help the poor, but to honour the poor is a step higher. So that when any person we help in any way, particularly the poor, we honour them in the way we do it. And I ask myself, at Sacred Heart, if there's a gathering there for people coming for food to cook, I always say to myself, would my mother be comfortable here? And we were poor, but not poor in dignity, not poor in any way but possession. But I would ask myself, would my mother or your mother be content and feel honored here? And I can always say she would. And therefore, every other person coming in who is not my mother, we honor her or him. So that's one request I make, and maybe you're all doing it, but think of it anyway. How do I honor the poor? How can I give and still honor people? So that's my request to you. And if you honor them, you elevate them. If you elevate them, you save them. I know you will do it. You continue to help people all the time. So anyway, we have a school over there, and I say, one thing I can see in the children in our school, they're happy. I don't think I was happy one day in school. But they're happy, and because they're treated with respect. They are. And we have been able to keep it going, and for many, many years now, more than 30 years, we have kept it going on our own. We take no money from any group, diocese or any group. We just do it on our own. There's two words in Irish that are known to many people, and it's a political organization, and it's called Sinn Féin. And Sinn Féin means we by ourselves, like we the people. We'll do it. So so I say we have a little Sinn Féin operation. We do it ourselves by ourselves. And thank God for the people who help us. And I brought this book. I'm not going to read it, but there's 143 letters in this book. And I wrote them, and then a priest, begged and pushed and got me to put it into a book. And the name of the book is It's a Terrible Day, Thanks Be to God. The words of my grandfather, after being driven from the field, or any job that you tried to do and you couldn't, he says, it's a terrible day, thanks be to God. That's the name of this book. And today, Sacred Heart is going to try to give every one of you the gift of this book. The great thing about the book is you don't have to read it, because it's good looking. It's good looking, and if you want it as a present, even a man could wrap it nicely. So from this book, I will read you one little poem. The first president of Ireland was a poet, and the present president of Ireland is a poet. And so in honor of him, I will read this little bitsy poem, and then I'll go away. So it's called Stevie's Stone, and it's kind of an encouragement that God will look after you, and God has good humor, and God will save you. A little poem like this. And Stevie was a funny man, and he was buried in my own parish, and his stone above his grave somehow fell and cracked up, broke. So I thought that should be remembered. And so this is a poem that remembers that reality. And there's one word in it that people who are not Irish would not be familiar with, and the word is crack. And crack means fun. And you hear people say in Ireland, oh, we had great crack last night. C or AIC means fun. Anyway, Stevie's stone broke and fell on his grave, not by a stroke or foul wind, harsh as Maeve, but by the joke that he each day from his lively clay decides to tell his buried friends, so his stone cracked and split its sides. Then bones rattled in dry rock wood, and skulls laughed as best they could. All underground there were minor quakes with more fun than their own wakes. They all laughed at the joke and a half that Stevie made with words that strayed from local clods of every grave. I looked at the stone as soon as I came, and there was his name, intact on a piece. Around it the bits and laughter were laid, Eugene O'Reilly and the crack that he made. Then I knew that humour was a name for God, the only touch that gets under the sod, because the constant laughter in Stevie's eyes said, if clay can smile, the dead will rise.